Hi everyone and welcome back. Now a few weeks ago I went to Reading and done a buffet video in a place called Cosmo, and I was absolutely blown away on actually how big the place was. I've got to say the food there, one section was absolutely fantastic, a couple of the others were, je ne sais quoi. However, it's got absolutely nothing on Za Za Bazaar because this is the biggest restaurant in the whole of the UK. It's got seating for over 1,000 people. It's got a fantastic range of different foods from around the world. Can't wait to give this a go. As always, let's give it a go. I forgot to say as well, today we're in Bristol. Come on then. Okay, so we come inside. What you do, you walk in, you've got a lady who greets you at the entrance, she gives you a ticket, you wander upstairs, someone meets you upstairs, then directs you to the table. And what a great table. I've got a brilliant view of the harbour here. Absolutely fantastic table. However, what is amazing is how big this place is. It is ginormous. I'll tell you how big it is. They provide a map. So, we're sitting down the bottom end here. As you walk up, you've got desserts, salads, dishes from the Far East, Tex-Mex, European, which includes the likes of piri-piri chicken, and Indian. That's lovely, thank you. Perfect, thank you. And also over there, fancy an alcoholic beverage, you've got a bar as well. So, I'm going to decide where I'm going to start, and I'll let you guys know shortly. Incredibly big in here. Unbelievable. Okay, so I'm just grabbing some reggae wings. They look absolutely fantastic. Nice steam coming off there. Also got some buffalo wings. Yeah, I'll have to try one of them as well. Okay, let's see what they taste like. Okay, so we're up to the Tex-Mex section. Now, they actually had a far bigger range there. You could have had chili con carne, they had Mexican rice, you could have burgers up there. What I did like is the fact that the guy cooked my chicken fajita right in front of me, no problem at all. I got myself some guacamole there to go inside it, my reggae wings, and my buffalo wing as well. So, really good selection. So I've made it a little bit smaller. If you wanted nachos as well, they had nachos with all the different sauces, dips, everything. So that was really cool as well. Okay, let's see what it tastes like. I'm definitely going to need lots of these. That has got a real kick. Very spicy, catch the back of your throat, not unpleasant, but it's kind of like, wow, okay, there wasn't much heat there, then all of a sudden it went, boom, wow. Okay, let's try one of the buffalo wings. Again, really nicely coated there. You see with the same my fingers, it's got a piri-piri dressing on it, and guess what? That's nice and spicy as well. Let's make my eyes ring. Okay, I just wanted to get a close-up on this as I cut in and just see how that chicken just pulls away, no problem whatsoever. You can see how well that's cooked. They're really good wings. Overall impression of the Tex-Mex range is a definite thumbs up from me. Loads of flavour, nice amounts of heat, and a fantastic range as well. So, yeah, Tex-Mex definitely gets a thumbs up. Okay, so the Tex-Mex is done. Now it's a trip to the Far East. I'm just having a look at my map here, and it says here you've got a range of starters, noodles, sushi, main courses, and stir fry. Excellent range there. Let's go and take a look. Okay, take a look around here. You've got your egg fried rice there, sweet and sour chicken, beef and black pepper sauce. What is it here? Thai green curry with chicken. I might try that. Pork teriyaki. Oh, that does look good. Stir fry vegetables. And vegetable hakka noodles. They actually look really good. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if he'll actually cook me some noodles fresh, and just so I can make my own range, and then he can cook it in front of me. And then I'm going to come back and try a few of these. Okay, let's give it a go. Okay, so you have your different range of vegetables here. So you have onions, mushrooms at the end. We'll leave them bad boys there. There's some lettuce, onions, spring onions, peppers, some more mushrooms, carrots. And then what you do, you actually choose your noodles, and then then you're going to have beef, you're going to have prawns, you're going to have chicken, and then he actually cooks it. So I'm going to make a choice here, and then we're going to watch him cook it. Okay. Okay, so you've just seen him cook away, 30 seconds, there it is on my plate. Now, obviously I didn't get a huge portion, you can get a big or a small portion, whatever you want, but I do want to try some other things. And yeah, I was quite impressed with that, super quick. Okay, let's see what else I'm going to try. So, one of my favourites there, the beef in black pepper. Look at that. And then I'm going to get some pork teriyaki. Let's have a look at that. Quite similar in colour, actually. Let's go and see what it tastes like. Okay, as you got to the Far East section as well, they have a range of sushi there. Now, I've got to be very honest, I'm not mad about sushi. The other thing is they had a selection of starters, but there's only about 3 starters and they didn't look that appetising. But what does look appetising is this. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start with the pork teriyaki. Pork itself is tiny bit chewy, but not over the top, but it is a tiny bit chewy. I do like the teriyaki sauce itself. So I'm onto my beef with the green peppers in black bean sauce. There was a little bit of a lack of green peppers there. Now I know some of you are going to say, Gary, you seem to have an awful lot of beef with green peppers in black bean sauce, but I think that's a very good barometer to see how good it is comparing to other restaurants. Now, interestingly, that's very similar to the pork. It's just ever so slightly overdone. That piece pulled apart nicely, so let's try that. Now, I have to be honest here. Taste-wise, it's not the best I've ever had. In fact, it doesn't taste that good. I'm not enjoying the black bean sauce at all. In fact, that's very disappointing. Yeah. Anyhow, onwards and upwards, onto my noodles. Now, get a close up there. You saw the gentleman cooking it there for me. Actually, before I have that, the thing I have got to say is both the pork and the beef are nice and hot, so no issues on the heat. They're nice noodles. You saw, he cooked it there, 40 seconds. So everything still has a nice crunch in there. Heat-wise, I asked for it medium, and it's come up a little bit of heat, but not overbearing. In fact, I'd even go as far as to say that if I was going to order that again, I'd have it hot. The prawns themselves, yeah, they're okay. They're not the biggest prawns. Yeah. Yeah, overall, if I was coming in here, I would ignore everything, and I'd actually just go for the noodles and make it a bigger portion and have whatever you want. And actually, I'd actually go for a combination, and I'd have some chicken, prawns and beef all in one, and really go in and enjoy it, and have a sort of a special fried noodles. But overall, them noodles are very tasty. Nice crunch to them, real good flavour, and very hot. Okay, so I had a little selection there from the Far East. One thing I've got to do is I've got to compare that to Cosmo, because when I went there, that range of Chinese food was absolutely outrageous and the quality was fantastic. That, apart from the noodles, was a little bit disappointing to say the least, and I've got to tell you, I wouldn't come in here for the Far East range. However, onwards and upwards. Okay, you can see by the sign above there, GB Classics. They've got a classic range here. They've got cottage pie, roast potatoes, beef stew, even got some mushy peas. And you know why they got them? Because they've got some fish and chips as well. Reminds me a little bit of Mr. Tom Kerridge. I have got to let it go, haven't I? Definitely got to let it go. Okay, let's go on to the Indian section. Okay, so what do we have in here? Got some chicken tikka in here. Now I know this has just been freshly cooked because I watched the guy actually barbecuing it. Let's get some of the onions in there as well. Let's get a bit more. Okay, let's take a look around the other side. We'll go anywhere. They actually have their own tandoor oven here. So, you can see the naan breads, or the naan. Sorry, I keep saying naan bread, but it's naan. Yeah. So let's grab one of them. Let's have a look at the curries. So, we've got chicken tikka masala. You have your lamb rogan josh there. No, Mr. Ramsay, you've put me off lamb rogan josh forever. You've got mixed vegetable korma. Actually, I'm going to try some of that. I think I should have put the rice on first, but then you've got aloo gobi. Yeah. I'm going to try a bit of aloo gobi, which is basically potato and cauliflower with a few spices thrown in. They've got dal tadka, it's called, which is lentils. Just take a close up in there. And some of the pillar rice. We'll try a little bit of the pillar rice. Actually, I'm going to try some lentils as well. Okay, I think that's a good selection. Let's go and see what it tastes like. Okay, now I have got a little bit of a mixture here. So what I'm going to do, start with the poppadom. Not the biggest one I've ever had. Now, let's try this naan. And what I'm going to do is try the naan with the vegetable korma. First thing first, the naan itself, that is excellent. It's surprisingly really, really good. The curry itself, very mild. The vegetables in there have a nice crunch to them. Okay, so I'm going to try some of the lentils there, the dal, with the pot of rice. Oh no. Oh. Can't eat them at all. That dal is so salty, and I do really mean salty. The other thing is it's actually slightly cold. Wow. Okay, I'll see you guys in a minute, so I'm going to get myself a drink. Okay, I'm back. Do not go near that dal at all. That is just pure salt. I've never had anything like that ever. So no, definitely wouldn't recommend it. Okay, let's have a see how the potatoes cooked. I'm going to take a smaller piece of that potato. I can't eat that either. Potato hasn't got a nice flavour to it. That's really salty as well. No, that's not good. Don't have the mint sauce either. That has a terrible flavour to it. Hardly any mintiness in there. That's really, really not good. Chicken tikka though is excellent. There's a plate of food here. Basically, go for the naan and go for the chicken tikka. The rice isn't too bad either. Everything else, avoid. Definitely avoid. Wow. Okay, last course, dessert. Seems to have a bit of a range there. Tummy's gurgling a little bit. Let's take a look. Okay, so take a close up in here. Got different kinds of desserts, lots of jellies here. We've got cakes up the top. We've got the same over this side as well. And just over here, over the other side, you've got a chocolate fountain. Now, after the mixture I've had, all I'm going to do is play it nice and safe, and I'm going to get myself an ice cream. You actually just serve that yourself. You know I'm going to mess this one up. Okay, here we go. I thought I broke it then. Perfectly done, if I say so myself. Look at the state of that. Now, lots of you say, Gary, you've got to have a dessert. So I've got my dessert. A very special ice cream. Do you know, that's so well done. I think I could be an ice cream man. What do you reckon? Oh my God, it's salty. No, it's not. I'm only joking. Lovely ice cream. Okay, I'm going to finish up. I'll see you guys shortly. Okay, finished my ice cream. Ice cream was lovely. What I'm going to do is get the bill, and I'll meet you outside, and I'm going to do the review outside. Okay. Okay, so we've come outside. A little bit about the restaurant itself. It's a little bit tired. You know, the seating could do with a little bit of work and the paint work as well. One thing about it though, it is vast. I mean, you do actually need a map to tell you where everything is. As I said earlier on, it's got a bar there as well, does cocktails, all the rest of it. Standards are pretty good. There's no issues with the standards, and the staff there, they were very pleasant as well. On to the food. Okay, I thought the Tex-Mex was pretty good. Not going to go through everything individually, but I thought the Tex-Mex was yeah, absolutely fine. The Far East selection, that was okay-ish. I've got to be honest, it was the noodles that made it. And again, as I said inside, they made the noodles in front of you, and yeah, I'd go for the noodles if I was here again. The Indian range, that wasn't good at all. That was so salty. I mean, to the point that it wasn't edible. I just couldn't do it. Wow. Chicken tikka though, that was actually very tasty, but again, that was ruined with the mint sauce. So Indian-wise, I wouldn't break my neck to come here for Indian, that's for sure. And I've got to say, very, very disappointing. The ice cream at the end, ice cream's ice cream, but that was actually a really nice ice cream. Really well made as well by me. So on to the bill. Came at lunchtime, so it was only $12.99, and the price varies at different times you come, weekends and obviously evenings it's a lot more expensive. Now, what am I going to say about it? I can't expect top quality, for crying out loud. It's $12.99 and it's basically there. I think it's somewhere to come with a group of people to have a bit of fun, have a few drinks and have a little bit of food. I mean, my first impressions when I saw all the stations there and I saw the guys cooking away, I was like, ooh, this is really good. This is hyper professional. Oh dear me, but it's kind of like jack of all trades and really master of none. And I do feel a little bit harsh here because it just wasn't good. And I've been to other buffets, and you've got to bear in mind I've been to an Indian buffet that was only £9.99, and in comparison, it's streets ahead. And in fairness, Cosmo, was far better as well. Marks out of 10? I'm going to have to be a little bit harsh here because the quality of the food that was there wasn't very good. The concept, I think, is excellent, and I might have come on a bad day. I'm only going to give it a 5 out of 10. A 5 out of 10. Now, I'm not trying to put you off coming here. As I said, it just could have been one of their bad moments and what have you. Would I come back here again? I'm afraid I wouldn't, no. I wouldn't. What I'd really like to hear is your comments. What did you think? What mark would you give it? If you like and subscribe to the channel, you know I always appreciate that. Until next time, bye-bye.